Imagine waking up one day and realizing you don't actually own anything. Not your house, not your car, not your phone, not even the photos you take or the music you listen to. Everything around you, every piece of tech, every account, every service is licensed, borrowed, or leased. You're living in a rented world built by design. And the worst part? You chose it. This isn't a dystopian future. It's right now. They call it the sharing economy. But what it really means is you own nothing and they own you. Decades ago, ownership meant freedom. A house meant stability. A car meant independence. Owning your tools meant control over your life. But somewhere along the way, that changed. Convenience replaced autonomy. Access replaced ownership. We traded independence for efficiency, freedom for ease, and choice for algorithms. They said it was progress. But what if it was the plan all along? Think back to when everything started shifting to subscriptions. Music went from records to streaming. Movies went from shelves to platforms. Software turned into a monthly bill. Even your car can stop working if you miss a payment because its features are locked behind digital access codes. You didn't buy your tools, you borrowed them. Every device, every login, every click runs through a gatekeeper who can revoke your access at any time. That's not innovation. That's control. And the architects of this system knew it would work. Humans are predictable. We crave comfort. We avoid responsibility. We'll give up ownership if it means one less thing to manage. And that's exactly how they built it. One convenience at a time. The new landlords don't own land, they own platforms. Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta. They don't sell products anymore. They sell permission. You don't own your Kindle books. They can delete them remotely. You don't own your apps. They can vanish overnight. You don't even own your social media account. Say the wrong thing, and it's gone, erased, like you never existed. And yet, you keep paying because they've turned dependence into a lifestyle. It all started with one word: free trials, free cloud storage, free social media. But nothing is ever free. You became the product. Your data, your habits, your memories, all monetized, traded, and analyzed. And once you were hooked, the free phase ended. Now everything is subscription-based, and if you stop paying, your world disappears. You didn't see the chains being built because they look like upgrades. They told you renting was smarter. Why buy when you can lease? Why own when you can stream? Why work when you can share? But this new convenience is dependency disguised as progress. The system has been engineered so that ownership, the one thing that gave you leverage, power, and legacy, is quietly erased. When you stop owning, you stop resisting. When you stop building, you stop questioning. When you stop owning, you become manageable. It's no accident that the same institutions pushing for digital IDs, central bank digital currencies, and carbon-tracked consumption are the ones telling you you'll own nothing and be happy. That's not a slogan. That's a business model, because ownership equals control, and they can't control what you truly own. In 2016, the World Economic Forum released that infamous vision of the future. Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. The illusion of happiness is how they sell the cage. It's not about sustainability, it's about submission. If you own nothing, you depend on them for everything. If your wealth exists only in digital form, it can be frozen. If your property is a license, it can be revoked. If your access to goods, money, and tools depends on compliance, then freedom becomes conditional. And it doesn't stop at stuff. They've turned even your sense of self into a product. You don't own your digital identity, it's managed through platforms. You don't own your audience, it's rented from algorithms. You don't even own your time. It's measured, monetized, and sold in fragments to advertisers. The modern individual has become a tenant in every sense of the word. The walls are invisible, but the rent is real. They call this evolution. They call it progress. But behind the glossy branding, this is the oldest system in the world: feudalism reborn. Instead of kings and peasants, it's corporations and users. Instead of land, it's data. Instead of tithes, it's subscriptions. The same dynamic rewritten in code. You pay rent to live digitally, to connect, to exist. Miss a payment and the gates close. And you're told it's your fault for not keeping some. But deep down, you can feel it. That quiet anxiety, that sense that nothing is really yours anymore. You're surrounded by access but cut off from ownership. You have everything but control over nothing. That's not paranoia, that's reality. Because when you rely on them for everything, they don't need to take your freedom. You hand it over voluntarily. So ask yourself, what happens when the last thing you truly own is your opinion? And even that becomes restricted by terms of service. What happens when your digital wallet has an expiration date or your smart car refuses to start because of a social credit flag? What happens when ownership is redefined as temporary access granted by compliance? That's not the future, that's the present. The transition is nearly complete. The illusion is that you're choosing this world. But choice doesn't exist when every option leads to the same destination: control. The truth is, they don't need to take your rights, your privacy, or your property by force. They just need you to stop caring. They just need you to prefer easy over free. They just need you to sign one more terms of service agreement without reading it, because that's how the empire grows, one click at a time. The ownership illusion isn't about objects, it's about autonomy. It's about whether you can live without permission. And the longer you stay plugged into their system, the more that permission becomes your prison. You be the judge. If you're awake, you already know what to do. Hit the link in our description and sign up to our free underground newsletter.